Hey guys, Cherie here from Elevate Live Virtual Training, and we're going to go through learning the techniques for push-ups today. Now, I understand that push-ups are extremely difficult. I also started not being able to do them, but over time, you're able to grow the strength and keep doing it. But the trick is not to give up. Now, I am really big on analogies, and I'm going to come close to you because if you take the mentality of, I just can't do it, I don't have the upper body strength, and you continually give up, think about our babies when they're born. They can't even hold their head up because they don't have the muscle strength. So we begin with tummy time, and that gives them the strength in their necks. They then learn to roll over, which starts to use their tummy muscles, and then they try sitting up, so then they grow more core strength. And then they're crawling, and then, it's time to start learning to ride a bike. And guess what? They can't do it straight away because of course they can't. They haven't learnt that skill. So the same goes with push-ups. If you cannot do a push-up, regress it back further, okay? Make it as easy as possible to start triggering the right muscles, grow the right muscles, and then make your movements harder and harder as you go. Now, the easiest push-up to start off with is on an incline. Now, that could be against the wall, okay? If you're against the wall, I want to see you on your tippy toes, leaning on the wall and pushing yourself away, okay? Alternatively, you're on an incline that's a bit lower than the wall, but obviously off the ground. Your tummy is lifted, you're on tippy toes again, and you're just cracking your elbows, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Now, obviously, you are not strong enough to go all the way low just yet, okay? So that is the advanced position for this height, okay? But if you feel comfortable doing a number of those and you're only going down a little bit, I need you to reduce your numbers down, okay? So say you were doing 20 little short ones. Go, right, today I'm only going to do 10, but I want to go 2 inches further down than before. So you might go a little bit further, okay, which strains the muscles a little bit more. Once you achieve the full range of a push-up on an incline like that, you then pick something a little bit lower. Okay, so you go down a little bit lower, which makes your body a little bit heavier in the shoulder region, makes it harder. Okay, now when you regress it down to lower, you start from scratch, okay? Your body is not used to that position. So you are gonna go back in technique and abilities. Okay, so if I get rid of this now, and we go down onto the ground. Okay, so down on the ground, a lot of people go into the praying position, so you might be on your knees. Okay, all your weight, so your hips are directly over your knees, and your weight is over your knees. And it's just a bend and straighten, bend and straighten, okay? But I want to get you moving your hands out further, okay? So I want your hips down in line with your body. So from my shoulders to my knees, it's one straight line. Now from here, it's crack your elbows, push away. Crack your elbows, push away. But this is strong, okay? I'm locking this on, okay? If my body is all wobbly and not playing the game and it's doing nothing pretty much, the brain's not talking to it at all, it's very difficult for this to lift this area if it's not playing the same game as the upper body, okay? So make sure it is switching on. From there, you're going on to toes, okay? Now obviously going to toes is really difficult and you might not be able to do many at first, but you might be able to lower yourself down, drop your knees slightly, and then come up through your knees to start off with. So lower all the way down, as far as you can, drop your knees, come out of it, okay? So it's all about stages. Now, when you go to do push-ups, you need to do them frequently to grow the strength. But when you start out doing push-ups every day, say you're in between knee push-ups and toe push-ups, right? But you can't do many toe push-ups. So you start on toes, whether that is one that you do and then you continue on your knees for 10 or 20. The next day, You go back to toes again. You don't go back to knees because that's all I can handle. You always have to increase. So you go back to your toes and you go, right, today I'm gonna do as many toes as I can and then follow it up on my knees, okay? But the next day you might do 5 on your toes, but maybe those toe ones aren't very deep. So maybe you're only going down a smidge. So then the next day go, right, I'm not gonna worry about doing my knee ones anymore, but I'm gonna focus on a deeper toe one. Are you following me? So go deeper down. So you cut your numbers back down. You don't expect yourself to do the same amount of numbers because you've made it more complicated. Does that make sense? If I've confused the hell out of you, make sure you reach out. But push-ups are the #1 exercise we all should learn because it is so good for our core. It strengthens your torso more so than doing a plank. So girls, get on it, get around it. Don't say no to it and keep pushing, okay? Keep trying to improve from what you last did and you'll be there before you know it.